Alright, and welcome back. More Road to TI8
Prepare for battle.
broadcasting. Got ourselves a bit of a game here. Not sure the rankings of everybody. Let's take a quick look if we could see any as the Sunstrike hits on. Two heroes. We've got Crusader. Some Archons, some Legends. We got it. We got it all. A little bit of a differential of some sort. I know a couple of people here are partied and some aren't. But yeah, let's take a look at the draft around on both sides. You've got Gyro, Safe Lane, Invoker mid, Zeus 4, I would assume, with the off lane being the Axe, unless they're just going to split farm because it's a pub game. But then you've got Silencer in the 5. For the side of the Dire, Safe Lane, looking like it's going to be Anti-Mage as well as the Rubik, and Earthshaker is here as well. Not sure if they're going to switch this into a dual lane. This is one of the earlier downloads that I had. It is super dependent on whether or not, you know, this is more, I would say, in the matchups, and if it's more dual laning recently, as Anti-Mage has a lot of damage on this Zeus. They flipped him up with the telekinesis. Should certainly have first blood, and Rat Boy will get it, so there it is. Easily done. And then you take a look at the Timbersaw on the off lane, Sniper mid, so tri-lane over towards top for against the dual lane of Zeus and Axe. And honestly, Zeus early, Arc Lightning not going to be terribly much to deal with, and there's a lot of potential for kills here, or really just to open up the lane for the Anti-Mage for the Dire side. So late game, I like the Anti-Mage with the Timbersaw. I don't believe that the Radiant will be able to hold it as late as maybe they'd like, but we'll see. I mean, Zeus getting this close, I don't know how I feel about that, just taking harassment after harassment. Again, with the Fissure available as well as just the telekinesis, that's a lot of lockdown and a lot of time to just hold that Zeus here. Make this very easy for the Dire to get a couple of kills. So, again, this is just more about opening up the lane for this Anti-Mage. Arc Lightning, cool. That's a little bit of harassment, but again, you've got nothing really to follow that up. And if the Zeus is going to want to sit here, it pushes Axe away. Zeus will get Arc Lightning. Maybe he gets a last hit or two. But it's not much to deter this Anti-Mage in lane. As for the mid lane, Sniper should have an okay time here against this Invoker, unless the Invoker does want to, you know, maybe throw Cold Snap with the Sunstrike and move in with the higher damage. We'll see what he wants to do, what level that maybe comes at, like 3 or 4. And then in the bottom lane, you know, Gyrocopter here, he should have an okay time, as it's a little bit hard early for Timbersaw to kind of stand in and you know, sit in the pocket of this lane to try and last hit. Kind of relying on reactive armor to make this lane a little bit easier. So we'll see him probably go a little bit higher into reactive armor, maybe get Whirling Death, a value level in that, but I wouldn't be surprised to see him focus on reactive armor mostly. And again, you look at where the Axe is with the Zeus. Zeus has a couple of last hits. Axe has 0, 13 and 9 for the Anti-Mage. You couldn't ask for a better start.
Denied.
You really couldn't ask for a better start, and that is really what the Dire should be very happy for. As for this Gyrocopter, he's going to the Rocket Barrage Homing Missile combination, not using this Flat Cannon, not really needing it at all in the early goings, especially if they're able to just keep this Timbersaw away. And, you know, Homing Missile, the damage is quite nice to work with as Zeus gets a little bit low. The taunt comes out from the call on 2 of these heroes. They pull this Earthshaker pretty far from his team. Now he's by himself, but Axe not really able to finish him off. Zeus gets low, and he doesn't die either. But again, keeping the last hits to a minimum here, the Dire side on this Axe and Zeus. And there will come a time where I think Axe can kind of sit there and just use that counter helix, but I think it might take a while as the Fissure comes from behind the Zeus, who's stayed in the lane without any regen, and or with minimal regen. Didn't even pop this salve, and does end up falling for his troubles. Not sure if that was the right move or not. So early going for Dire, 2-0. A little bit of net worth lead overall. Sniper ahead of this Invoker. 13 denies in this lane, so he's level 5, and the Invoker just hitting level 4. So a full level ahead is the Sniper, and he really can take advantage of that if he does want to harass out the Invoker. He's denying quite often. Like you see, he's got 14 denies, basically going 1 for 1 with the last 2 denies. And again, this Zeus in trouble, might die here, and they will have telekinesis. Lines him up, have the fissure, and that's going to be another kill here for the Dire. I would say 1 more shot. They bring the Sniper over, but he's going to pick up Invis. Actually goes into Roche, and will end up denying himself to Roche. So has the stick and keeps him alive. That puts Earthshaker Invis, and he's only level 2, so this isn't exactly the easiest kill. He needs to see if the Invoker is going to move up a little bit. And he does. Picks up the Alacrity. And he's just going to want a Fissure to block him from getting out of here. And that means he wants to cross the stairs, get on top of him. There it is. That's exactly what you want with the Rubik coming over. Fissure will be gone in just a moment. Sunstrike is going to miss the Sniper, and he does end up getting the kill. The rotation from this Zeus is very late. And it's 3-0 for this Dire team, just hosing the Radiant early. And then quite the easy time. And again, what stands out to me, and both safe lanes are having an okay time, is Timbersaw is going to drop to the Arcane Curse. What stands out to me is how well Anti-Mage is doing. Someone you really do wait on to get that farm, and with the easier this early game goes, the better it's going to come, the quicker it's going to come. You know, the better it's going to be and the quicker it's going to come. So, phase boots picked up for the Gyrocopter. You take a look at this Anti-Mage. I think he wants to finish off that Perseverance. He might just be picking up this Ring of Health and then going into the Treads beforehand, which is not the worst decision, obviously. Zeus is cliffed up here, thanks to Rubik, and actually it's fissured down. I don't know if that was intentional, but does end up getting cliffed and taken down by the fissure. So despite Anti-Mage having an open lane, the net worth differential is even, just about. And yeah, finishing out those treads. Anti-Mage. So he's farming very well. You take a look at where Gyro is. Aquila and Phase Boots. Let's switch over the network, just see what the difference is. About 400 gold. About to hit level 5 is the Timbersaw. They're actually thinking about going in on him, as there's the Arcane Curse. Reactive armor up at 2, so the regen is nice at 8.6 with 4, 5, 6 stacks. But he is getting very low, and the Arcane Curse, with this reactive armoring, he should be okay and will be okay. That's close, and then over towards top, Axe very low, ends up dropping into this Rubik. That is another kill up here, and another kill for the Rubik. So he is 3-0-1, picking up those Arcane Boots, as is the Silencer. But this lane has been picture perfect for the Dire side. And honestly, potentially a problem for this Radiant team. You let this Anti-Mage get too much. So they're going to, I would say, hope to look to pick off this Anti-Mage. It's going to be a little bit hard. He's only got level 1 in Blink, so there is a high cooldown there of 15 seconds if you do catch up to him, or if he uses it aggressively in lane. Maybe you have an opportunity to get the kill. We'll have to see. Just right under this tower. Axe is over. in the jungle, and Anti-Mage does end up coming back. Ghost Walk is used. They'll rotate over the Silencer. Arcane Curse. What level is that? That is level 2. They could just come over again. Level 2 in the Fade Bolt, as well as the Telekinesis. Ghost Walk not invoked. Trying to go for this Midas. Bring it back. We'll see if this Invoker is able to use that Midas. Get like an Ags. Really work towards the next part of this picture for the game here. Zeus getting low. Chased up. Anti-Mage with that ulti. Not doing a lot of damage. And he will get silenced once he blinks away. Or just waits for it to time out. The Sunstrike will be good. And there's the blink away. But that... Oh boy. Gets him real close to dying with that Arcane Curse on him. Pops the salve. Silencer looking for the Arcane Curse. Will miss it. So now this becomes a problem for the Silencer. As he does have last word, but he needs support. And the support's actually coming for the Anti-Mage. Silencer needs to TP out of here immediately, but it's on cooldown for another 2 seconds. The blink higher. We'll go deeper into the trees. The fissure misses, and Silencer will be able to TP back to the lane. So Gyrocopter has taken over. This lane has been pretty dormant and quiet for him. Timbersaw is level 6 now. He's going for Arcane Boots to finish off that Bloodstone eventually, where you disassemble that. But Gyrocopter level 9 compared to the level 8 of Anti-Mage, so he's been having a much better time here in terms of experience, but Anti-Mage is the one now going for this Battle Fury and soon to finish it off as he's got that Perseverance ready. So his mana regen is nice. He's got that health regen sitting at a nice 8.3. It's looking good here for Anti-Mage, and it is looking good for the Gyrocopter. We'll see how that ends up going, but Zeus and Silencer, they move up on both these heroes. Again, this is playing aggressive on an Anti-Mage that has the support of both the Rubik as well as this Earthshaker, so now you've got, you could Telekinesis to lift him up and drop him down on the Zeus, but he'll come to you. So that makes this a little bit easier as the Silencer falls. Zeus very low. You don't want to put another tick onto that Arcane Curse, so you really don't want to blink to close the gap. But with that stun, it'll open up the double kill here for the Silencer. Timbersaw dead, and then Sunstrike off the mark.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Timbersaw ends up dying bottom, and that was to, I think, a solo Gyrocopter, unless the Axe came over. He doesn't have a blink, so that would be a hard call to get. Looks like they're waiting for Shrine here. So getting very close to this Battle Fury as the Anti-Mage. We're up 1,000 net worth at the moment. As you see, Earthshaker bottom, Zeus relatively low. Timbersaw actually not having a great time. And there's the Telekinesis. Low on mana. Has that ult, has that mana void, could just throw it, will just throw it. The Invoker as well as the Silencer come over. Try and rotate into something. And now you kind of want to get out of here. You get hit by an Arcane Curse. It puts you in a real bad way. There's a global silence, Arcane Curse, Cold Snap, Sunstrike, I think was a miss. But they should have the damage to kill off this Anti-Mage, and it's a 3 times killing spree going to the Invoker. A very important kill, as that pushes him a little bit further back from that Battle Fury. Something he was very close to.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Meanwhile, Sniper and Earthshaker will combine to get this tower over mid. Pushes the Anti-Mage a little bit closer to that Demon Edge again. Here's the Midas for the Invoker. So not the fastest, but not the best. Maelstrom picked up here for the Sniper. See what he chooses to pick up next. He's got 2 Wraith Bands of Maelstrom as well as those Phase Boots. He's sitting 3rd on the net worth 1,300 behind the Gyrocopter, but you compare him to the Invoker, he is about 1,000 ahead. Gyrocopter pulled up to 700 ahead of this Anti-Mage. There's the Timber Chain across. Gyrocopter in a little bit of trouble, but he's got the Salve. He'll survive, and this rotation from the Earthshaker, not enough to kill off this Gyrocopter. Now the call comes out. They've also got the Invoker coming over with the Timber Chain away, and Earthshaker is the one who finds him, misses the fissure on all 3 of these heroes with the Cold Snap. That Meteor is nowhere near close enough, but oh, Dunk is actually not in the right spot either. Looking to get that Sunstrike to come through, but with the Homing Missile and the Rocket Barrage, they'll have the kill anyway. They did whiff a couple of skills there to get that. And it did take 3 heroes to end up killing that Earthshaker. But oops, Zeus over top. He ends up falling. His Sniper is here. They'll look for the Silencer, who shouldn't get away. Into the trees he goes, and now he's spotted by that Shrapnel for a moment, but they let him go. They let him get away. And that really shouldn't have been the case. I think the Silencer definitely had the opportunity to get a kill there, but didn't choose to.
Top tower is under attack.
So now with this Battle Fury, Anti-Mage should really be able to start the run that will help him get to this late game quicker. Question is, does he get there quick enough to really avoid the power spike that the Invoker gets with this Ags and the Gyrocopter going for the SNY, maybe the BKB afterwards?
Top tower has fallen.
Ooh, Cold Snap hits onto the Earthshaker, and one more shot from the Invoker will get the kill. The ulti thrown from the Zeus. They should be able to kill the Rubik as well. They just need to catch up. Sniper's a little bit low. I don't know if he wants to shoot into this. He does have the damage to really make it a problem and stays out of vision nicely here while running away from the Silencers. The Silencer is able to get Arcane Curse. Maybe he ends up dying, and coming around the back will be this Anti-Mage. So 2 seconds from Bounty Runes. There it is. We'll pick it up. And nope. Timbersaw. Last word. A nice, good way to deal with Timbersaw when he is trying to get away. But it does show that they do have vision in that spot. So.
Dire's structures are fortified.
They place their own ward, and Radiant are thinking about going in. Meanwhile, over bottom, Gyrocopter gets the kill onto that bottom tier 1 tower.
Middle tower is under attack. Radiant structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Totem comes out. There's the fissure. Follows it up. Hits on 2. They've got the Rubik coming over. They've already able to de-ward there. Sniper pushes this Gyro back, but look at the damage done to this tier 2 bottom. So the push is heavy from the Radiant, from the Gyrocopter at least. I mean, he's doing his job. He's opening up this map as much as he can. Rocket Barrage, Flat Cannon, Homing Missile coming out. One more shot from the Flat Cannon. Now killing off the Rubik, who is on a 4 times killing spree. All of a sudden, Gyrocopter has finished off this SNY, and he's going for the BKB exactly as I said he would. So that could become a problem for them again. Ag's coming in soon. Radiant can hit a very big power spike that we'll see if the Dire are able to withstand. You know, you're trying to cut off the distance here when you're trying to get into the Sniper's face with this Blink Dagger on the Axe. Then you've got Global Silence to make this game a little bit harder. Of course, Anti-Mage is more of a right clicker in this situation, as is the Sniper. But for the rest of them, not really the case when a Global Silence comes out.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Should be able to get this tier 1 over bottom. Most likely trade the tier 1 top.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower has fallen.
And there's the bottom tier 1 going. Let's see how far they want to continue to push here.
Dire's top tower has fallen. Radiant's bottom
Saw.
tower is under attack.
Zeus right near him. He's got an active shrine available. They're going to start to come over. Timbersaw goes back to the low ground. What are they trying to invoke here? Answer is Alacrity and Chaos Meteor. Zeus actually DCs from the game. That might have been why they didn't go in.
Dire's top
No
tower
pause
is
coming
under
out.
attack.
Bottom tier 2, that'll fall. Now the rotations come in with the TPs coming through. 4 heroes coming back. Let's see what they go for as the shrapnel is laid down. Zeus still DC'd. Somebody controlling him. Homing missile is going to come out onto this Timbersaw. I assume that they have vision there, and looks like they might be able to get out. No blink dagger here for the Earthshaker. Now the homing missile placed onto this Invoker. Going to try and clean up the missile. There it is. That lands. Now the Timber Chain doesn't hit on anybody, but the Chakram's going to land on one with the blink call coming through onto the Earthshaker with the call down right on top. That's going to be one. That's going to be two with the Rubik falling. Double kill here for the Gyrocopter. Now running away will be the Timbersaw as well as the Sniper, and all of a sudden,
Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
not enough coming through from the Dire. But while all this is happening, the mid-tier 2 is gone for the Radiant side. Sunstrike will land. Doesn't get the kill, and he's able to walk it off. But they lose the top tier 2. However, gaining by taking out these towers mid and bottom. It's only 17 kills up to this point, 20 minutes in. Not the worst thing in the world. You know, not a bloodbath. Doesn't need to be. They will deward here.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower has fallen.
So just continuing to farm up for both teams, and let's see. Invoker's got the Zags on its way, going for a blink dagger next. Gyrocopter just about to finish that BKB. So we'll see how that goes as you take a look at the Sniper. He's going for the Silver Edge. Anti-Mage going for the Basher, and Timbersaw still working on that Bloodstone after picking up the Vanguard. A 5-man smoke push coming out here from the Radiant side. Smoke gets broken onto this Gyrocopter. Invoker's here as well. No blink dagger for the Earthshaker. He hits level 7. They'll look for the Assassinate somewhere, but the blink call on top of the Sniper is going to stop that, and they've also got the Chaos Meteor. That'll get the kill. I believe he's also got Blade Mail on this axe, and now trying to run away will be the Earthshaker, but the Global Silence has got nowhere to go, nothing to throw, and that is another couple of kills here for the Radiant. Dire all of a sudden on their heels, but at the same time, how you gotta play it is by ratting this game, and that is exactly what the Anti-Mage is trying to do.
Where's my pension?
Ooh, axe finds him. Blinks on top, misses the call.
Regeneration.
Really showing the power when they have Global Silence. Without it, they're not really looking to fight, but they will take the 90 seconds to farm. They are okay with that. You know, taking this 90 seconds is going to be a blink dagger for the Invoker. It's going to be a BKB for the Gyrocopter, which he has picked up. It will be a Vanguard here for the Axe. So, you know, this time in between fighting is not the worst if you're the Radiant. Against a heavy late game team and high ground defending team. But that really does depend on their positioning of the Sniper, where these fights take place, how well they go. This could fall apart for the Dire very quickly as he starts to hit away onto this gyrocopter. True shrapnel is placed down, but there's the BKB immediately. The ult comes out from this Zeus. He'll get himself one, continuing on forward for the sniper. Knowing that this homing missile is going to hit eventually, they'll anticipate the Sunstrike. It's on the money, and it is a kill. Onto that sniper makes it 2. Mana Void comes through onto the gyrocopter and will be a 7 times kill streak given up to this Earthshaker. So they do get 1 in return. Earthshaker still desperately looking for the Blink Dagger. So let's see what he is in fact able to do. Is Blink on top. That is the Echo Slam wasted. First time we saw it used, and it doesn't really do much of anything on either of these heroes as Invoker just eats it and kills off the Earthshaker. So now you've got that on cooldown for over 2 minutes. It's really becoming a problem. This Earthshaker really struggling, and unfortunately he is so far behind. But who's keeping him in is the sniper. It's gonna be Rubik dead first, and the Invoker follows it up. Out of mana will be the Zeus. Blink on forward, and a Void is available. Level 3 that is. That is not a lot of mana on this Zeus. Only 771. He's not playing a core position, but now they go for the gyro cover. The last word is going to be used, as well as the global silence. That is, in my opinion, a bit more of a waste. This gyro falls, silencer falls, Dire take 4, and this is finally a good fight. I would say the first good fight in a while for the Dire. Look at how much net worth they get right on back. I want to take a look at the graph, because you know, there's been just look at this. There's a lot of green, and exclude this. Green here, more green here, more green there. It's, you know, been very Radiant heavy in terms of who had control. Earthshaker has enough for the blink with that, so now can finally get into position for a nice Echo Slam. That's exactly what he wants.
Haste. Tis mine.
Sniper has the Shadow Blade. He switches off the Silver Edge. I noticed that he had also bought out on the Mask of Madness instead of going Silver Edge, so we'll see how that helps him out. And of course the attack speed is nice, is over meter. Earthshaker is very dead as the homing missile with Cold Snap is making him no stranger to how it feels to be chased down by an entire team. So Radiant do get the kill. Assassinate thrown out. Anti-Mage ready on the cliff. He's ready to go in at a moment's notice. There's the blink forward. Tornado misses with the EMP. So now that Invoker's wasted his skills. Oh no, the Anti-Mage has actually gone in right into the EMP. There's the Thunder God's Wrath used by this Zeus. Stone is the last word. That's going to certainly seal the deal on the Silencer's death. Now they're going to go after Zeus, and I would say Axe should be able to get away with the Blink Dagger, but Sniper killed, and all of a sudden this is a problem. You look over at the Gyrocopter very low with the BKB, looks at the Anti-Mage, and that's not going to do anything, Timbersaw. He's got the BKB. So with just a little bit of health, he walks away from the fight, but it won't end up keeping him alive. So he falls and dies for 70 seconds. That Sniper death was huge. I mean, that probably changes it from, I would say, a potential full team wipe to just losing to. That range damage support. And obviously, I don't mean that as he's a support. Just, you know, just damage support. He's in there from range, giving damage. With what Sniper's got at the moment, it's troublesome for the Radiant in the wrong positioning. He was up here on the high ground, and nobody come up and around and get that kill. He would have been in a lot of trouble.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
should help.
So Anti-Mage level 22. And he's got the Basher. Now actually going into a Heart. Not going to finish off the Abyssal Blade just yet. The Vanguard finished here for this Axe. And Sunstrike again thrown into the pit. They're still not there. Lincoln's next for the Invoker, but I mean, that stops Telekinesis, Assassinate, Mana Void. Only 3 skills here that really it stops, but 2 out of those 3 skills are quite dangerous. And Fadebolt. Fadebolt too. And whatever he steals, so or most of what he's stealing. So there is a bit. I misspoke there. Assassinate comes through. Gyro in a lot of trouble. Mantis style. There's the first hit. Bash BKB. It's going to be valueless. And he is very dead. And that was a 7-second or 8-second BKB, I believe. And it's an easy death like that, or an easy kill like that for the Dire. And that's, you know, the value. Yeah, the gold comes from the kill. Value comes from does come from the fact that BKB was also used. So 3,000 net worth lead for the Dire, and you know it's been a little bit back and forth at times. Boom, boom. It looks like a big exchange because of how little it's been the entire time, but it's been, you know, relatively minuscule for both sides. Now, 4,000 net worth lead for the Dire. I do honestly believe that's only going to extend itself with where this Anti-Mage is at, with the Battle Fury still going for like a Heart. You know, I'd like to see him finish off the Abyssal Blade. You take a look at where this Timbersaw is at now with that Bloodstone, and Bloodstone one of the most fragile items in this game, meaning, you know, when you first get that Bloodstone, you need it to be positive. If you die immediately upon receiving that Bloodstone, it's a problem. Ooh, Axe. Battling her onto the Anti-Mage, so he's forced to run away. At least for the moment, I would say. And now, they land the Fissure. And a mana is this Axe. He's able to blink. We'll play some wards. But again, they've got the best D-warder in the game, and that is the Zeus. So yeah, so like I was saying, Bloodstone is one of those fragile items where when you first get it, if you die, it loses a lot of its value. Timbersaw dies over mid and now becomes a 9-charge Bloodstone. As I was saying, you lose a third, and now it's just 9 Bloodstone charges.
Radiant's top tower is
An expensive item that fluctuates in terms of value. It would be interesting to see maybe a cheaper version of Bloodstone where it starts with 0 charges. Or so maybe it doesn't require something, but it is 0 charge. I don't know, something stupid. As Earthshaker is dead, disconnected, I assume. Or lagged really hard. I don't understand what that was. But like, you can get standard Bloodstone, and you can get empty Bloodstone. Cut the value, I'd say, in half. Gives you, you know, it does give you the regen, but also has the opportunity to give more regen. It's just a thought. It doesn't sound that smart in my head. Doesn't sound that smart at all. Ag's next for this Rubik is the Radiant side. Are over towards top. It's going to blink on forward. Finds the sniper, but he's got that Shadow Blade if you don't remember Radiant. As Cold Snap comes out of the Timbersaw as well as the Rocket Barrage. Homing Missile going to follow it up. And now, with the Shrapnel on top, Gyrocopter trying to close the distance. And the Axe is the one who does it. With the blink, with the Blade Mail, will be able to close the distance. Timbersaw buys back, and that Bloodstone is down to 6 charges. But you take a look over bottom. Tier 3 down low is gone. And Anti-Mage continuing to make the Radiant pay for the fight that they want to have over towards top. He'll take the melee racks as well and blink up towards the tier 3 mid. Yes, you like that you're fighting. You like that you're trying to get this kill into the Earthshaker. Maybe you're going to try and trade, but now without the Gyrocopter, that becomes much harder. They've sent another one back in the Invoker, but it's not going to be enough to kill off this Anti-Mage, and now you're losing numbers up top. You lose the Silencer. Zeus gets away. You lose 2, Gyrocopter being the important one, and the bottom set of racks and the bottom tier 3 is now gone. So it gets rough. To the side of the Radiant now without that bottom set of racks, but 25% spell shield. We'll see how that goes, and if this Rubik is able to pick up this Ags. I'm very interested to see him pick up the Ags. There it is. There is the point booster. Sniper's falling off a little bit. Axe gets in there and helps to get a kill as Invoker is level 23. Dying himself will be the Timber Saw, and just like that, he's down to 5 Bloodstone charges. I mean, it was fun, but he's got nothing to do with that Bloodstone now. Take a look, Rubik running away, Thunder God's Wrath. But look at this, Sniper stands in the pocket to get the kill with the Blink right on top with the Blade Mail. It's an easy kill there, and that's exactly what you want. Sniper not holding for buyback, and is dead for 70 seconds, and going from the heart to the Abyssal Blade will be the Anti-Mage. He is the one holding this game in check. Gyrocopter goes into Roche. I don't know if this is the greatest play by herself. Will be joined by the Invoker, but Anti-Mage still nearby. Rod of Atos, Arcane Curse, splits it off with the Manta, moving in with the Abyssal, gets the hit onto him and gets the kill. Tornado EMP trying to get this, but the BKB is going to be popped here by the Anti-Mage, but he's trying to fight, will not survive, and he ends up falling. He's dead after buying out on that Abyssal Blade for 100 seconds. Sunstrike on the Earthshaker on top of that, and Radiant all of a sudden pull full control of this game out from under the side of the Dire. Using the Abyssal on the Silencer, going in on that. I think maybe knowing that they went into Roche, or assuming that they went into Roche, and that is an issue, as he is now dead for 70 more seconds. This is going to be a set of racks, depending on how well Sniper is able to hold this with the Timbersaw, who's not only under-farmed, but with a Bloodstone that's down to 5 charges. Back from the Earthshaker, Shrapnel laid down. Gyro in a lot of trouble. You cannot just sit there, and the Fissure's actually going to keep him from leaving. He's dead. That's his first life gone. Didn't want to pop that BKB at first, and might be forced to pop it if he wants to leave, but he actually stands here, and they do take the tier 3. He's going to continue to just sit here. I don't know if this is the play. But they do end up getting the set of racks, where it looked like Dire were a little bit reluctant to go in. They get the lift, Blade Mail's pop. And a little bit of trouble was the Sniper, who is continuing to hit this Axe. But Axe ends up dropping. That Hex was on the Sniper, but it doesn't keep him alive. So Axe dead for 70 seconds. No buyback. The mid set of racks are gone on the side of the Dire. They took the bottom set of racks down on the Radiant side. And Anti-Mage, he's back up. He needs to farm. He needs to make sure he's got buyback at all times. And we take a look at who's got buyback. It'll be the Sniper as well as the Zeus. So that is it. So a big team fight here. Win from either side could just finish this game. Sniper. 22, Invoker about to hit level 25. There it is, he takes the Radial Deafening Blast, no surprise. Global Call Down might not be the worst thing to take, honestly. And it's not for the fact that it's like, hey, you know, I get to, who knows, you know, I get to put it on top lane while I'm in bottom lane. It's more just about that, like, okay, so let me explain this really quickly. Let's say they're here trying to take the high ground. If there were a set of racks here and they're sitting back with 2 heroes with Blink Dagger, you just call down right on top of them. You find that vision, you call down right on top. Makes it either they fall back or their Blink Dagger gets canceled. So I'm not against the global call down. Now, is 3 homing missile charges great? Yes, it's a good amount of damage. And some relatively long stun duration. Throw it out right. So buyback is now just on the sniper. Both teams kind of knowing who's got what and playing a bit more conservatively. Game is even at the moment. Roche back in it, maybe back in 4 minutes. I wonder if Sniper's gonna buy out on that Mjolnir. Not the worst pickup, to be quite honest. Obviously, he wants to hold for buyback, but
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Off like a shot.
cannon used. Bottom is the Invoker as well as the Gyrocopter. The smoke's going to be popped, and it's actually going to be broken immediately as there comes the Echo Slam as well as the Fissure on top of this Gyrocopter. He's going to be killed off first. Down for 90 seconds. The Global Silence comes out a little bit late. Blink Call going to whiff. And now in a lot of trouble is this Axe. He pops the Blade Mail, but it's not really going to be doing much of anything because they know not to hit him at the moment as the Whirling Death hits on the Axe with the Radial Deafening Blast coming out. And that hits onto this Anti-Mage, who's also hit with the last word, but everybody's going to be going down here for the Radiant as they lose 4. And the Invoker, the only one getting out thanks to Ghost Walk into the trees. None of them have buyback. Invoker's the only one able to hold. Dire lose nothing, and they push through bottom, maybe looking to take tier 4s or get the creep wave close enough so they can go over towards mid. Rubik going to push out mid, or at least try to, as he's picked up his axe. EMP Tornado. Rubik actually has Arc Lightning here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
They go after the tier 3 mid. They only 11 seconds till this Zeus comes back up. 20 till the Gyro's back up. Ooh, Invoker trying to get a kill. We'll find the Earthshaker. Deafening Blast, holding them back. EMP, Invoker doing a good job by himself. Now he's got the Zeus. Gyro's coming in. Blinking forward. Anti-Mage, I don't know if that's the play. Homing Missile onto this Timber Saw. Let's see if he's able to walk away. Hexed up. Call down, as well as the stun into the Ice Wall. And Timber dead again.
That should help.
Staying maybe a touch too long to grab the melee racks. That kind of evens up the lane. Not too upset about that.
Double damage. Ah, that's the stuff.
$6,000 gold here. Let's take a look at buybacks again. Invoker, the only one who's got his. Sunstrike. Rubik. Dead. Teammates thinking about it. There's the Abyssal Blade as well as the Manta Style. BKB is going to be popped as well as the Global Silence. As a BKB pop by this Anti-Mage will get himself one. Looking over at this Invoker with the Ghost Walk again. But the dust, it lands, and now they've got the Fissure, but the Tornado comes out on a couple. Assassinate, Hex through onto the Anti-Mage, still trying to run. be able to blink away, and on the back lines of this fight, they look over at the Axe. A lot of Atos, and Axe, I guess, gives up.
Cuts both ways.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So, again, Dire win that exchange, and are, well, let's see. Let's see what they're looking to do.
Regeneration.
Minute and a half for this Roche. And Axe DCs. You see the Invoker, they have to dust him. Otherwise they would not get that kill.
Such mimicry.
Moonshard picked up for the Anti-Mage. He's got himself about 5 surplus here. But again, 33,000 net worth for the man. And everybody's starting to get their buybacks back. As Axe reconnects to the game.
Radiant's top shrine is under attack.
Oh, Invoker moves forward with the Hex as well as the EMP. Meteor drop down, now trying to get away. Cold Snap's on top of him. Gyrocopter in between 3 of these heroes, popping the BKB, but the Abyssal Blade is going to come through. Gyrocopter safe for the moment with the Global Silence coming out from the Silencer, and Echo Slam, I believe, was possibly used on the backlines. I heard it, didn't see it though, and now Rubik's going to be the first one to fall. BKB popped here by this Anti-Mage, and now with the Blink Call on a 2, there's the Echo Slam. So I was wrong. But he gets the Echo Slam onto the back lines. That'll be 3, 4, possibly more. As Sniper trying to do all he can, but he ends up falling. All 5 die on the Dire side. And now immediately, with that TP over mid, is the Invoker looking to push. These buybacks, if used, will make the game even again.
Dire are scanning.
The stout heart knows no fear.
So there's 1, there's 2,
Dire's bottom
3,
tower is
and
under
4. This ain't Mumbo number 5, but it will be 4. And now Rubik is up. So Radiant dealing with the advantage of having a second life, and now I would say Dire almost feel the necessity to get into Roche, but Radiant are already there. How many hexes are on this team? 1, 2, 3. Jesus. There's Aegis, and she's almost coming in as the Anti-Mage. Gets the bash onto the Gyrocopter, cleans him up with the Mana Void. BKB is going to be popped. Ghost Walk away. Gyrocopter with the second life, and now the rest of the Dire team is going to come in, but they've got the BKB, they've got the Hex. They'll kill the Earthshaker. He's going to be gone with the Thunder God's Wrath being thrown by this Zeus. Here comes the Sunstrike, 4 staff away. Just staying alive will be this Anti-Mage, but eating the cheese will be the Gyrocopter to stay alive one more time. Hitting away, this is Sniper, but does he have the damage? He doesn't. Dead for 2 minutes. Oh man, Rubik, he ends up falling as well. He's up in 70, has buyback. Anti-Mage ends up surviving. Just barely. Silencer goes down in the well. Or not in the well, in the base actually, excuse me. There goes the bottom shrine, and all of a sudden, Radiant kind of have control of this. They have a minute and a half without the Sniper. Be careful if you're the Gyro, just need a bash. Oh no! Oh, Blink Call, and this should be Anti-Mage dead again, but Timbersaw can only just watch as it's now both cores down for over a minute.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Rubik buys back. What can you do? You went after a Gyrocopter with a double damage trying to land that Abyssal Blade. Doesn't actually end up hitting it. Flat cannon stolen. That's pretty cool. Pretty cool animation as they start to go for tier 4s. Luckily, they don't have the Invoker. Coming forward is going to be this Rubik. But the BKB is popped. The buyback from the Silencer to get the global silence in. There's the Hex. There's the kill. Down goes Rubik. He's going to be dunked on. Battle Hunger onto the Timber Saw. Waymail pop. Earthshaker comes in. Blink forward with the Fissure. Kills off the Gyro. He's dead for 2 minutes. And now they look over this Axe. He's trying to run away. The Whirling Death. Echo Slam used. He's gone. 90 seconds on the sideline. You gotta be kidding me right now. This is a throw fest. So the game's sitting even. 40 seconds still without the anti-mage, who doesn't have buyback for another 5 minutes just about. I mean, I don't think anybody really does on the Dire. Only the Zeus and the Axe have buyback at the moment. Ooh, boy. Veil. With the Thunder God's Wrath as well as the Deafening Blast. Came in with that Lightning Bolt too. That'll get a kill.
Illusion.
And they see that ward, they take it out. No Earthshaker for a minute. That's, you know, no Echo Slam when it comes up. Berserker's Call Haley. Took the shrapnel charges. And oh no, Anti-Mage found again. He's hexed up, gonna have to try and get out of here, but pops a BKB with the Abyssal Blade getting thrown. But here comes the call on the Blade Mail. Oh, Anti-Mage, why? Timbersaw's next on the list. There's the Tornado Blade avoiding it with the Force Staff coming through. And that was by the Rubik, who ends up getting hit by the Tornado as well. Now the Global Silence will be expended, and let's see if they can hold without the Anti-Mage. Can they hold against enemy lines here? Rubik has gotten this Hags, but he hasn't been able to do much with it. Battle Hunger placed down. BKB is going to be popped by the Gyrocopter to go for the bottom tier 3. They're actually just going to go for the kills. Rubik should surely be dead with call down coming through. He gets called down of his own. Doesn't really do anything except slow the Invoker, who uses that Ghost Walk looking for the call, but only finds the Battle Hunger. Axe, you're way too far in here, and now all of a sudden, wasting that Echo Slam. That could have been much better for this Earthshaker. They do end up killing the Zeus, but the Deafening Blast comes out on a couple of these heroes, as well as the Arcane Curse onto the Timbersaw. They look over the Earthshaker, get the kill. Sniper looking to finish off somebody. Ghost Scepter used very well from the Silencer. Everybody gone on the Dire, and this should be Radiant taking it, as nobody's got buyback, nobody's got a life to give, and Dire end up going down to the Radiant. Radiant playing it very well and end up winning the game. I want to report the Anti-Mage, who did get caught out twice at the end, but not entirely his fault, for sure.